Welcome to 464 Studios, the homegrown, family-owned, one-stop shop where we bring you the nerd universe through toys. I'm James the Original.
And I'm just the Encore.
Okay, and today we're here to break down the Marvel Legends Thor Love and Thunder. Now, this is his blue and gold, or gold and blue suit, right? Okay, all right. And man, so we just saw this movie. I guess it's probably a couple weeks now. Yeah, and what did you think of the movie?
It was good.
This is the fourth Thor installment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from Thor 1, 2, 3, or 4, what would you say is your favorite?
Love and Thunder.
You like Love and Thunder more than Ragnarok? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, I'm a little on the fence. So, like I said, we got the Marvel Legends Thor Love and Thunder series. This was released on July 8th of 2022 and a retail price for about $23.99, depending on where you're at, right? So what's Thor's real name? You know what his last name is?
Odinson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, doing your homework. Thor Odinson. Okay. Now, we're not going to dive too deeply into his, origin, because this is a very specific Thor. Like, this just isn't a Thor action figure. This is specific to the movie, right?
Yep.
Now, his first appearance was Journey into Mystery number 83, and that was released in
72?
Ooh, a little older.
82.
That's newer.
Oh, wait. 62?
62, that's right. So 1962 is the first appearance of Thor. And what are his powers?
He can control weather. He can.
Well, that's through his hammer, Mjolnir, right? Like his homegrown powers are superhuman strength, agility, like durability, toughness, speed, agility, immune to diseases. That's like
lightning.
Well, again, isn't that harnessed through Mjolnir?
No. In the movie, Odin said that it's just a conduit. He can use the thunder on his own.
Oh, he did say that. You're right. Okay, very good. Now, here's one thing you mentioned: weather manipulation. I really didn't know that he had that capacity. I guess if you think if he's utilizing the power of lightning, that's weather manipulation, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, electricity manipulation, flight, interdimensional teleportation. That's on there. That's like a thing. Okay. All right. So let's talk about so this is like a specific time. This toy is centered around Love and Thunder, so a specific time in Thor's life, right? So where's he at? Because this is not the fun-loving Thor. For a period, he's pretty depressed after the whole Thanos thing.
Mm-hmm. Loki died, Mother died, Odin also died.
His sister tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Jane and him broke up.
Yeah. So he's in a rough spot. Remember, after the Infinity and Endgame War saga, or actually in Endgame, it shows kind of a Thor that's suffering from PTSD, right, or post-traumatic, syndrome, depression. He's overweight. He's not taking the whole missing with the axe in Infinity War. He should have went for the head. Remember that? Right at the snap?
Yeah.
He didn't take that well. He took that pretty hard. He's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so in this kind of film, like you said, he's lost everything. Mom died, dad died, brother died, sister tried to kill him. He had to kill her. And his girl, he don't got a girl. He's got nothing, man. He's struggling.
Died?
Yeah, Loki died, brother died. Yeah, so he's struggling. But he's on the bounce back. So in this movie, it's like the return of Thor, the bounce back. He's trying to kind of find himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you know about this suit, the gold and blue suit?
In the comics, Hela put a curse on him where his bones were as fragile as glass.
Yeah.
And so he broke his arm once in battle, and Iron Man like made him a suit.
That's right. That's very good, man. So, yeah, in the old comic book lore, I think it was in the 80s when this story arc occurred. Yeah, Hela put a curse on him, made him like, super soft, weak, and bam, out came this armor to help protect him until all of his powers returned. However, in the movie, that's not really the case. They don't dive into any of that. They just he just snaps the suit on. It's just like cool looking.
Yeah, some people think he did that to impress Jane.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. Probably so. Yeah, probably so. Well, enough of this. Why don't we go ahead and bust this toy open? Mm-hmm. Now, we have Thor in his standard statue pose. What's your first impression of this figure?
The cape can move.
Yeah. The cape is pretty dope, I must say. In terms of sculpting, I'll say it's pretty good. There's something's a little off with his face. I mean, the helmet, it's got some good detail and stuff. The paint job is okay, but there's just something about where the way his eyes are fitting in there and his kind of mouth region. It just doesn't really look like Thor to me. Yeah. But I mean, as we go down the figure, the cape is cool. It's textured. It's a little flexy. There's detail, good detail on his gold and blue armor, but it's just decent. It's definitely not a Hot Toys, obviously.
They should have made the golden and blue more metallic.
Yes. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think that would have made it really pop had that been more metallic. I mean, I've seen some Marvel Legend figures that just look a little cooler, I think, than this one does, personally. So what do you think about, like, the paint job?
They should, it's overall it's pretty good, but they should have made it more metallic.
Yeah, I agree.
And, in the hair, there's, like, white, the hair kind of looks weird, and the hair is like kind of floating.
Yeah.
It's just like floating.
Yeah, so like the sculpting of that, like you said, the hair's up a little bit, and there is I don't know if this is our copy or not, but there seems to be some bleached spots in his hair, right? So, yeah, I mean, all in all, it's pretty cool, but I think for this one, personally, there's some room for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You want to break into some articulation, see how this guy bends?
Yeah. So here we got the Thor Love and Thunder toy going over articulation. So the legs are double jointed. And they did a really good job hiding the joints. It has a butterfly joint
at the hip. What's up with his ankles? His feet?
Just
ankle,
a little left and right.
Up and down, some ankle flexion. No toe bend though, right? Yeah. Just ankle?
Yeah. A little bit of swivel at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And arms are double jointed. It's hard to get. There you go, you can see, but it's hard to get them. Use both joints. Head can go left, right. 40, 60, a little bit of swivel left to right, up, down, and
what about his abdomen, his chest, his hips?
A little bit of crunch.
So he's got rib cage.
And he couldn't go a little too far back there.
Okay, so he's got a pivot point in his rib cage, but not his waist.
Can go a bit left and right. Or it can go full 60 left and right. And
what about the waist?
The waist?
No movement of the waist. It's like a stiff, solid waist, dude. What's up with that? That's strange.
And the hands, forward and backwards, fully 60, a little bit of swivel left and right, and that's all for articulation.
All right, right on. So why don't we check out them accessories?
Yeah. And right now we're getting into all of the accessories. There is not a bunch of them with this particular Thor toy. And here we got a fist, a clenching fist.
For punching.
For punching, for the right hand. And another for the right hand. It's for wielding Mjolnir. Stormbreaker, I mean.
Stormbreaker.
It's for wielding Stormbreaker. And this hand is to call Stormbreaker.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe hold like a soda can. Reach for a cookie. Hands on a steering wheel.
It's for calling Stormbreaker.
Well, it could be other things.
Calling Stormbreaker. And
reaching for a doorknob, like you're gonna open a door. Huh.
And we got Stormbreaker. There's a bunch of texture in the handle and in the hammer.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. What can you give us a quick little highlight of Stormbreaker, where it came from, and all that kind of stuff? You remember?
In Infinity War, Thor's hammer was broke, so he like didn't have a weapon, so he wants to forge one in the middle of a burning star, and the metal part of the hammer was done, but there was no handle. So Groot grabbed and attached his arm to the metal hammer part and ripped it off. So the handle.
Yeah, so it's kind of sentient, and it's a piece of Groot.
Yep.
Yeah, right on. All right, so let's get that figure out.
Yep.
All right, so we've got Thor, Love and Thunder, the golden blue suit, in our final pose.
Yeah.
So what do you think? I mean, overall, like, what's your thing? Something you like, something you love, and something you hate?
I actually have two things I don't like. That the hair is floating.
Yeah, the hair's a little weird.
Floating. Mm-hmm. And the paint job, it's not metallic enough. And the hair is kind of bleached.
Yeah. Is there something you love about it?
Yeah. I like that the cape can move.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like the double joints. And I love how in the knees that like they hid the joints so well.
Yeah, for sure. And then did you get a hate in there too, or is that, what do you think? Is that good? Two unlikes?
I did more than two unlikes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, for me, I'd have to agree. The hair's a little weird. I definitely am not feeling kind of the sculpt of his face. The mouth, the eyes, just doesn't look quite right to me. I definitely agree with the metallic. And one thing though I also kind of wasn't feeling was the lack of mobility in the hips and the waist. His waist can't turn. I mean, that kind of shortens the amount of different dynamic poses you can do with him. Yeah. I do like that they have that kind of rib cage articulation, but I would have liked to see something in the waist too. I've definitely seen Marvel Legends put out better and cooler Thor action figures. So for me, this is not the coolest or best Thor action figure from Marvel Legends. And love... man, I don't know if there's anything I really just love about this. I do kind of like the design. I liked where they were going with this blue and gold, but I just think there's room for improvement.
There could have been more likes and more loves if they improved some of the non-good things.
Yeah, some
like
of the stuff.
Face,
mm-hmm.
the head.
Yeah, man.
The paint.
Yeah, if they had just
some of the articulation.
That upped it a little more, I think this toy would have been like next level. So yeah, okay. Well, that's it. I think that's all for Thor: Love and Thunder Marvel Legends. You got anything else?
No, not really.
Yeah. Okay. So what do we? I mean, we gotta have these people subscribe.
Yeah.
You gotta like the video.
Yeah.
You gotta hit that subscribe button.
Don't gently do it. Do it as hard as you can.
Do it as hard as you can.
Do it as hard as you can that you destroy the TV.
Or in your phone or your iPad or something, like get insurance, get some type of insurance on your phone and stuff, and then just break the button with a hammer.
And if you absolutely hate this toy, then you should also buy one. Then light it on fire.
Then light the toy on fire. Yeah, okay. Make sure you pay for it, and then you can do whatever you want with it. We're not gonna light ours on fire because we're actually just gonna take a bunch of pictures and have them fighting other action figures. That's what we're gonna do with this guy. So, like you heard the man, go ahead and just destroy that like button. Just incinerate the subscribe button. And oh yeah, if you want to see our latest video, just click here to see the latest and greatest, and stay tuned for more.
Yes.
All right, 464 out.